Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Sarah here, and I'm going to put together my apple and worm activity page. It's a great little busy book page for kids working on fine motor skills. What they do is they weave a little worm through the holes of the apple. It has no detachable pieces, everything stays attached so nothing can get lost. And it's great for those little kids who are starting to develop and work on their fine motor skills, and it's just a fun little activity. So let me show you how I make it. I've already got all of my pieces cut out here. I have a free version of this on my website. If you want to go to my website and do a PDF printable template and just cut it out by hand. On my website though, I do have more circles than just 5, but I actually changed it now. I prefer it have less circles, just because that way I can use a shorter cord and it's less likely to get tangled up. So I only have 5 holes on this one that I'm doing, and I have this bulk template available on my Patreon for those of you who want to make and sell these like me. If you've got a cutting machine, I upload all my templates in JPEG and SVG format. So these exact pieces that I have here, I have those available on my Patreon if you're wanting to make multiple sets of this page and sell them at craft shows just like I do. Okay, so I'm just going to start out by taking my 8" by 8" sheet of nice stiff 1.2 millimeter Korean felt. I'm going to sew down the 2 sides of the apple, and I'm also going to sew a little spot on the leaf. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hot glue one side or one end of my suede cord onto the back of the page. This just keeps it attached and really strong. If I were to just sew over this all by itself, that's not strong enough to keep it attached. So I like to apply lots of hot glue on there. And then I'm going to take my other 8" by 8" sheet of felt, which I've wrapped in this really cute fruit and vegetable themed fabric that I have. And I'm going to use the glue to attach it and help keep it in place. And that's going to be the back side of my page. If you're new to my channel, this is how I make my busy book pages. I don't have them double-sided, meaning I don't have an activity on both sides. I just put an activity on one side of the page, and then on the back, it's just a plain sheet of felt, or it has a cute fabric wrapped around it. And the reason I do it that way is just because of how I sell my pages at craft shows. I do a build a book theme, so it's where people pick and choose activities they like, and I connect them with binder rings. So that's why I only have one activity per page. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my scalloped edge scissors. This is what they look like. I'll leave the link in the description below. And I just cut out just by like freehand. I don't even have measurements for it. It's about 6 inches by maybe 2 inches, just big enough to fit in between the two, like the front and the back side, the front and back side of felt. And that's going to be my binding piece. So I'm going to put that in between, and I'm going to sew around the whole border, and I'm going to sew right over top of the suede cord here. Okay, so that's what it looks like once you've sewn around the whole border. I forgot to mention all the pieces that I use for this are 1.2 millimeter stiff Korean felt. I have it available to purchase on my website if that's something you're interested in. I order it in bulk from a supplier in Korea in these big giant rolls, and then I cut it down to the 8" by 8" size and the 12" by 12" size. So if that's something you'd like to get, you can. And then also the binding piece, normally I use a 3 millimeter thick felt that I buy from my local fabric store, but I ran out of it, and when I went to my fabric store, they did not have it on sale, and I only buy it when it's on sale, so, or I try to at least. And so in the meantime, I have a 2 millimeter thick felt for the binding piece. It works very well, just as well actually. So I may even just switch over completely to using the 2 millimeter thick felt for the binding piece. Okay, so I'm gonna just make sure that my suede cord is long enough to fit through all of the holes, and I don't really want it to be much longer than that, so I'm going to cut it, and then I'm just going to hot glue the other end in between 2 copies of my worm. And again, you can, if you want the bulk template that I use, I just cut a bunch of these little pink worms all at once on a sheet of 12" by 12" Korean light pink felt. Same with the leaves. I just cut out a whole bunch of them at once. And then every time I go to make this apple page, I have my leaves and my little worms in a little baggie. This is the high-tech, very impressive storage solution that I have for pieces that aren't being used. I just put them in a little Ziploc baggie, use some marker to write down what it's for, and then when I go to make this page next time and I need to make a whole bunch of copies, really I probably will just need to cut out, you know, a couple things of the apples, and then I already have my worms and my leaves cut out. Okay, and that is it. Let me grab my very loved hole punch here, and I just use this good heavy duty hole punch to put 2 holes in the binding piece, so it's really quick and really easy. And then that is what I use. I use binder rings to connect the pages, and yeah, that's how you make the little apple and worm activity page. Again, great fine motor skill activity page for little kids, and it's just really cute. Okay, thanks so much, you guys. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you in the next video.